Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is an Elimination MMA bout. That's right, we're hitting the cage. Fighting out of the red corner in our next bout, Mychael Silva.
Which brings us to our first MMA fight of the evening, Mychael Silva making his way to the cage.
Now, what you want is to wear that t-shirt when you're leaving the cage.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Three-minute rounds is what we have going on here. This is an elimination or an amateur fight.
And we're going to showcase the difference between boxing ring and cage ring. And man, there's just such a significant difference between MMA and boxing. And I don't think a lot of people understand that.
Well, and you start from the bottom up. I mean, in boxing, you got the high lace shoes. You've got some grip on there. I mean, you're in there with bare feet. I mean, there's so many differences, but you start right there.
Out of the blue corner, Tyree Woolfolk.
We got Montbello versus Lamar, Colorado in this one. Yeah, I kind of like Silva in this one just because he has the same birthday as me. I've seen that before.
Hey, go with that.
Of course, the years are a lot different.
those last two numbers.
Yeah, big number difference.
I love these elimination fights. You don't know much about these guys, and so the sky's the limit. Man, both these guys are going to be hungry. Both want their O to go, and yeah, it's just going to be super exciting.
And then you get to watch them advance. Couple shows, we'll see him again, and then again, and then again. Checking out our tail of the tape here. Mychael Silva is the youngest we've seen so far tonight, 20 years old versus Woolfolk at 33. Pretty even in height of 5'8" versus 5'9". They both made weight. Thank you, gentlemen. 0-1 for Mychael Silva in his record, debut for Woolfolk, and it's MMA versus wrestler.
And I always marvel at when you see guys like at 33 that are just you wonder what have you been doing and why did you get into it, you know?
I mean, I don't care how old you are, man. Everybody wants to fight. So, I mean, more respect to him. Like 33 years old and he's still in this game.
Well, listen, you look at that, and that age, as time has gone on, those being in your 30s now is no longer considered old in this sport.
I mean, in my experience, 30 feels so much better than 20.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Elimination MMA bout scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the King of Beers, Budweiser red corner. He's a mixed martial artist at 5 foot 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 123.4 pounds with Savage MMA from Lamar, Colorado, Mychael the Menace Silva! Fighting out of the Estrella Helico blue corner. He's a wrestler standing 5 foot 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 124.6 pounds with V10 training from Denver, Colorado, Tyree Woolfolk! Referee Oscar Martinez.
Gentlemen, you've had your final instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up. Back to your corners, please.
Silva going with the Menace nickname.
First MMA bout of the night. Punchy, kicky, chokey time.
Need to add that choke part.
The Menace against the Priest. Boy, tall, lean fighters throwing hard right away. Ooh.
Oh, staggers him. Woolfolk with a good shot early and a brutal knee.
Yeah.
And again.
Oh, Woolfolk just coming out, tossing his boy around.
Puts that wrestling on display early, does Woolfolk. See how the scramble plays out. Woolfolk gets his hips under him, back to his feet.
Boy, that was quick.
From what I'm seeing, it's just that calmness and collected. And being 33 years old, just, I mean, you have a little bit more cerebral composure.
And a little more strength usually.
And that's
too.
what we're seeing.
Oh,
It's
that's
over.
Big
it.
right hand, that'll do it. He was trying to get up from really suspect position and trying to get up to fight this fight, and he got caught getting up, and he got caught by a big right hand.
Just a big right hook, landed clean.
I mean, everything he threw had intention. He knew where to throw it, how to throw it, and man, he just caught Silva in that transition.
Well, he came out super, super aggressive.
Had that very nice hip toss takedown.
And we're looking here on the replay. Woolfolk's on bottom, but then he just commits to the stand-up. And man, he was just more engaged in the fight. He wasn't reacting, he was always just stepping forward.
Very nice, very active hips by Woolfolk. Speaks well of his wrestling background.
Well, and he looked so much stronger too in the clinch, didn't he? I mean, he tossed him around really like a rag doll, like
takedown
right here.
Just so classic. Such a classic, beautiful setup.
You know, but a lot of his offense, he's making the initiative, where Silva was just reacting to where the fights are going.
Great point.
So he's just trying to get up and reacting to the position, where Woolfolk was making an initiation in every position.
Which now we talked about. That was the word of the night that we used, boys, and it has come to fruition once again. And you use initiation and not just initiate. So you've covered like all the verbs. I mean, you're right all over it.
I mean, I brought my thesaurus, so my
You're
dictionary.
there, man.
Was that a subjunctive pronoun? My goodness.
Isn't that an action word?
Silva up on the stool, getting his nose tended to, leaking a little chi there, as it were.
Yeah, you know, and you know, having that, I think sometimes life experience, even if you got a fighter that's just starting in, you know, and you being 33 compared to being 20 years old, there's such a difference up in your head.
All right, fighters are in the center of the cage. Let's take it up to Stewie.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Oscar Martinez calls start to this fight. 40 seconds in to the first round, declaring your winner by knockout, Tyree Woolfolk!
And what a start to a career. Well done, sir.
Good sportsmanship there by Tyree, and wow, he showed some action there, that's for sure.
It's a solid debut, and man, I look forward to seeing more from him.
Yes, indeed.